How we doing? See here. Should show up. Make sure everything's good here. All right. How's everybody doing today? I figured I'd go live and see how everyone's doing on a Sunday. This is live stream number, what, 43? Hair's kind of all over the place. But yeah, kind of a last minute decision to do this. I figured I can make some purge lines while I'm on the live stream. Hey, how you doing, buddy? How you doing, Ryan? Yeah, I'm gonna make some purge lines, not like a fully assembled, just kind of get some stuff prepped up. Having the coffee, so very nice out today. It's actually like 45 degrees out. It's nice and warm out. All the snow's freaking melted. You know, so yeah, behind me we got the Ford Performance 4-port cylinder head. So if you're wondering what that is, that's that right there. So I'm gonna get it all cleaned up and inspected, and hopefully we should be able to use that and do a Sidewinder 4-port manifold kit for that right there. And then I'll make like a video on how to do that. Is there any upgrade? Is there a benefit to the upgraded one? Oh yeah, there's a lot of benefits. Let me see. Do I have a thing copied? I can give you. I mean, basically, I have like a copy and pasted thing. Basically, the benefits. I mean, there's a lot of benefits. For one, you save a lot of. You know, if you've replaced it multiple times, there's many people that have. You save money. You also, it looks better in the engine bay. So you remove the clutter on the intake manifold, all those clips and everything, how it runs up there. You remove that. And then also it's just way easier to install and uninstall because it's literally quick connects and they're double O-ring silicone seals. So they're made to last a lot longer. And then also the purge valve itself is actually upgraded. It's a Hyundai Bosch genuine purge valve. So it's an upgrade over the Ford Bosch purge valve itself. And then what we do is we put a 10 micron inline filter, fuel filter like this right here. So we put this in line. This actually will sit near where the high pressure fuel pump area is, and there's an arrow right there. That arrow faces the direction toward the intake manifold. It's an oversized fuel filter. So it's stainless steel, 10 micron filter. And what it does is it captures any contaminants coming from the fuel tank that would get through the carbon or charcoal filter. So, and that's what happens. That's why these fail, is because it gets through that. And then, you know, obviously you don't have nothing like this to protect the purge valve itself. And not only that, but the OEM check valve is also known to fail or leak boost, especially when you upgrade to a bigger turbo, go higher performance. I include a upgraded check valve as well. So it's rated for like 58 PSI or 60 PSI, something like that. And I also have a lifetime warranty for those. And then, but for the rest of the stuff, you know, it's going to last a lifetime of your car. So really there's no like warranty needed for that stuff. Obviously, if for whatever reason, I mean, the purge valve, either way you look at it, it might go bad. eventually, but it's going to take a lot longer. Like say with my kit, it might take like 5-10 years until the purge valve itself goes bad. Who knows? But this here is low maintenance. It's all AN fittings, very easy. There's videos out there on it. Recently, a guy just installed his. He's gonna send me videos, but he had a before and after video, and his car was running like ass. And so some of the symptoms are like when you go to fill up your tank, you basically get fucking when you go to start back up, it'll basically like stutter or just not want to run good or whatever, or doesn't want to start. That's one of the symptoms, and then obviously the codes that you would normally get for it. But yeah, I mean it's one of them things too, and like I also make a upgraded high pressure fuel pump fuel line. So this right here. So see this line right here. This is a pain in the ass to install or actually remove. So I make a upgraded line for this as well. But yeah, I mean, the high pressure, or not the purge line itself is definitely fucking like, if it was something that wasn't worth it, I wouldn't make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's something that I would put on my car, and that's why I decided to sell it. My version, obviously. So, yeah, I mean, nobody's had problems with theirs at all. Everyone's been happy. Very fast shipping, fast turnaround time. I've had multiple go around the world, all over the place. So free shipping. It's $260. And then if you like become a member, you get a discount for doing that. So if you become a member on the channel, there's discounts. But yeah, I see your big turbo. Yeah, it's a Jaguar Land Rover 2.0 4-port head. It's literally the same thing as the Ford Performance cylinder head. It's the same thing. So I actually just recently purchased a Cork Sport exhaust manifold for the Mazda Speed 3, because I will bolt on to that right there, and it has like a V-band that kind of offsets to the side. I'm going to connect to that for, basically fucking doing a Sidewinder. It's going to be insane. It's a stainless steel exhaust manifold. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of benefits to it. I do have like a little rundown thing for you. I can kind of share in the chat, because it does kind of explain what I said. But yeah, basically you just have to email me, contact me at whiteblurrst@gmail.com. It's pinned right in the message above. And then, let me see here. Yeah, I have 2 others right now wanting purge lines as well. So this is the benefits right here. Like here's like a rundown on it. So yeah, the RS head does sound really good. If you watched my build series, oh shit, this isn't gonna fit, I don't think. I don't think there's too much writing. Huh. Yeah, it's too much writing. Damn. Yeah, the copy and paste I wanted to do won't fit because of the YouTube. It's too much writing. But if you email me, I can send you. And there's also an install video. There's actually 2 install videos. It's very easy. If you've ever removed your OEM purge line, the new one, so it goes right in between your intake manifold and your engine, so it slides through there, and it actually hides. So you kind of clean up your engine bay doing this as well. It's not like, oh, it's just an upgrade, and it's actually more than just an upgrade. It's an aesthetic upgrade and a performance oriented upgrade, and also a very efficient upgrade for just overall saving money and whatnot too. So, but yeah, so I appreciate you supporting me and watching the channel. And yeah, usually the only thing I ask is, I don't ask for memberships and all that stuff. Well, what I will ask is, like, obviously just drop a like on every video that you watch, and if you want to share it, something that's very important for you to share, that's fine, and that's no big deal. Just the dropping a like will help a lot, especially on the live streams, because it puts us in the algorithm even better for other people to watch us and see that we're live, or like they'll see that there's a video that is helpful, that helped you out. So yeah, I mean, I appreciate it a lot. Now, if you're talking about that guy that did that, there's like a little video for that 4-port cylinder head on the topic of that. You're probably talking about the guy that took off. He lives in like Saudi Arabia. Is it that car that you saw a video of and it sounded kind of like ass? He has a B&R turbo on it. His exhaust setup, I'm going to be honest with you, is not the greatest. I'm going to tell you right now, my 4-port cylinder head setup won't sound like that. It's going to sound a lot better. It'll sound different for sure. So I have a vibrant exhaust custom setup, and so what I plan to do is I don't want to hood dump it, because if I hood dump it, it's going to sound horrible, I feel like. So I may end up hood dumping it just for time being of getting it tuned, but then I'll route it to the downpipe, because I'm going to have a downpipe made custom. So what I'm going to end up doing is actually getting a CV Fab downpipe that's catless, and then, kind of have an extension off that. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do. So, but yeah, so we got freaking bunch of these filters ready to go, and so yeah. Let's see here. We can put this over there, and then put this over here. If you want to see the manifold that I'm getting, it's the Cork Sport Mazda Speed 3 exhaust manifold. So it's this right here. It's really nice. It's the best exhaust manifold you can get for this setup. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's nothing that even comes close. And I'm not just saying that. Like, it's literally, there's nothing better. 4-port exhaust manifold. Now this is for a Speed 3, so I'm gonna have to customize it, but go check that out right there. It's really nice. So what are you up to on a Sunday, Ryan? We can, when you guys come up in here, just make sure to drop a like on the stream. That way there it helps the algorithm. I greatly appreciate that. And, but yeah, so we got some things that we're going to make here for Purge lines. So I'm going to bring this over here so you guys can watch me. All right. So sure. I just want to mark this to make sure that we're good here. Okay. Let's see here. See. What would you say, man? Just doing some cleaning, listening to the video, freezing my weather. Yeah, it was. I tell you, I'm in Vermont, and we've gotten a lot of snow. It just melted. It was like 40. It's been pretty warm. It's been like 40 something degrees. So, I mean, for us, that's pretty warm for this time of year. So, it feels like a heat wave, honestly. Like normally I warm it up to like 80 degrees in the garage, but right now I have it at 60 because it's so warm out. I didn't want to waste the heat. So, yeah. So, you want to do this 5 there. So, right now what I'm doing, this is the high quality line that I use. So, it's SAE J30 R9 fuel hose, 3/8, 300 PSI rated. This stuff here is what I use for my fuel lines and also for my upgraded Purge lines. And then like the fittings, here's the fittings, high quality fittings from anfittings.com. And then I also have an even better line for the fuel lines that I make right here. This is even like this is an upgraded version. So it's the same material as that, but it's reinforced with stainless braiding. And then it's got a nylon braid over it, so it makes it look better. But essentially it's the same. It's just a little bit stronger. So, but yeah, so this is honestly pretty insane stuff, but it's, it's nice. But yeah, so I figured I'd get on today and see what everybody's up to. Nobody's probably expecting me to be on today, so probably gonna be a slow day, but we stay on. There'll be more people on here, so let's see. I'm gonna do 10 of these, so I'm gonna do 9. I wish there was an easier way for me to do all this, but really there isn't. So it is what it is at this point. I probably should fucking let's see, 9. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to try out the 4-port cylinder head. I've been really just wanting to do that for a long time. The longest time, honestly. I mean, I just been wanting to do it for a while and haven't been able to. And I just realized that now I can actually make a Mazda Speed 3 cylinder head or the manifold work. So there's 3. I need another one. That's 5. Man, it's crazy today. These cutters, this hose is actually so high quality that these cutters are brand new, literally and it's hard to actually cut these. I might have to get like better cutters. So these here are I'm cutting all these to length ahead of time to get them ready. So I'll get about 20 feet of hose, and that should make probably about 10 purge lines. It should make 10 purge lines pretty easily. So I need one more 9-inch. And the reason why I do it with a black marker is so that way there it doesn't leave, like, you can't really see it, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I did a silver one, I could see it, but it's going to be left on there. And, you know, I don't want to have that on there for a customer, you know. So, there's another batch there. So, I usually do batches of 4, but I'm making 10 of them. So, and now we got a batch here. Those are 4-inch. So what we'll do here, what's nice about the smaller ones is I can go farther with it. So I'll go there, and then go to 8, and then 12. And 16. And I'll cut the end off, the final one. So, and then what I'll do is I'll find the markings. Right now I'm not using the brightest of light. I probably should actually put my bright light in. I'll come see you, man, and let's build the motor. Yeah, you can definitely I'm pretty close to you. I mean, Ohio is probably, where are you at in Ohio? What part of Ohio are you? What part of Ohio? I'm gonna put a brighter light in. Put a brighter one in there. Over there, I can actually fucking see something. I've been through Ohio quite a bit. I've probably driven through there probably 16, 17 times now since 2016. So I've driven through there quite a bit. And but yeah, Akron, no shit, yeah, you're near Interstate 70 then, kind of. That's like north of is it Canton, Ohio? Right? What's the one? Is it Canton? That's on the edge near Indiana, on I-70. It's Canton, right? Is that the one that's before Indiana? It's Canton on Interstate 70. Akron's north of that. Akron's kind of a sketchy place, huh? I don't know. Seems like it anyway. Verify, we're good here. 4, 4, 4. Okay. So that's 8. I gotta make 10 of these. So I need 2 more. Good old Akron. I'm in northern Vermont myself, so I'm near the Canadian border. All right. So there we go. And then, okay. Canada's just 20 minutes south. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, Canton is on I-70 though. Going through Canton to get to Indiana. Let me see here. So now I need to make my 3.5-inch pieces. So I made my 9-inch pieces. These are my other, so I'm going to go down, I'm going in order. 9-inch, I got the 3.5s. Or sorry, that's 4, 3.5, and then 3 for my line. So each line has about, what was it, probably 9, 10, 19 and a half, about almost 20 inches worth of, about almost 20 inches of line each, of hose, 20 inches of hose. So I'm gonna have to replace this marker. 3.5, and then 7. All right. The 7 again. 3.5. And then, so let's cut that. This is probably pretty boring, but I figured why not do this and be live at the same time and chat with you guys, instead of just doing it without any live stream. Might as well be live doing it. Kind of keeps me, motivated to do it, so might as well. Those are 3.5. I just verify each one, make sure they're all to length. Even though I do it, I just want to make sure everything gets inspected before it goes out. So it's good there. So I gotta do another set. So I need to do another one, and then so up to 7, to go to 14 with this. We go to 14. Because it's double. Then 8, let's see. So 1, 2, 10.5. Right. There we go. Just making sure we're good here. There's that. Who's gonna go to the Super Bowl this year? Anyone have an idea or what? Who's gonna go to the Super Bowl? Let's see, that's a okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. 2 more for that one. 2 more. And then, so we'll go to 7. And then we'll do the 3.5. Yeah, I definitely have to get a better cutter. That thing's kind of a pain in the ass. No, not for me. Anything more I can learn about my platform, the better. Yeah, I've been I've had my ST since 2012, so everything that I've learned, I did it a long time ago. I mean, obviously I keep learning, but I've already, like, a lot of shit I did in like 2015, people are starting to do now, like big turbo and all that shit. So, like, you know what I mean? It's just I've had the years already gathered for myself, and then that's why I'm just sharing my knowledge with you guys, you know what I mean? So I just want to help everyone out by providing the best information possible and the accurate information, because there is a lot of misinformation out there, you know, on the platforms or on the forums, and you know, especially on Facebook and, you know, all those. But yeah, so I just, you know, I provide my input, my real life experiences that I've had. You know, like I said, I've owned this car for over 13 years. So, um, you know, I can say without a shadow of a doubt, I have probably, you know, definitely more experience with this platform than probably 99% of the people that own their car, that have this car. I mean, you got to figure I still have the original cylinder head, the original block. I ordered it ahead of time, pre-ordered it specially. They didn't have these cars on the lot yet, and so yeah, I mean, it's definitely been an awesome journey. You know, with the Focus SD, and never would have thought that I would have learned this much owning this car. Honestly, you know, basically learned everything I know from this car, and just, you know, doing all the stuff myself and researching a lot of stuff and kind of just living the experience, you know. So that's what it's all about, really, is this real life experiences. So it's pretty crazy, but it's been one hell of a journey, that's for sure. See, 6, and then 9, and 12. Okay. And I've owned a couple facelifts. I've owned a couple facelift model STs, and I can tell you right now that those cars, they made a lot more of them production wise, and not only that, but they're also more cheaply made. I've seen that compared to like mine, for example, that was made in a limited run. So yeah, there we go. There's 4 right set here. So I'm almost out of hose, see that? So this is all I got left in hose. So I'm already almost out, 20-foot hose here. So let's see. So I got a 3. $13, $14, $15, $16, $17. All right. There we go. See here, boom. And that's the thing is like, I could easily use cheaper hose to make these kits and it would cut a lot easier. For example, like the Evil Energy hose, I could use that. That stuff cuts like butter. This stuff doesn't. It's just the quality of the hose, you know. And I don't want to do that. Like I want to be able to make something and sell it as high quality as possible. Even if it means I don't make much money off it, you know what I mean? Because really, that's not the point for me. The point is, now obviously I'm not trying, I don't want to lose money making these and waste my time. But, you know, the thing is I want to be able to make something that I would put on my own car and then provide it for you guys as well. So, but for me, it's not making, you know, I'm not trying to make a shit ton of money. And the thing is, these cost like $200 in parts just to make. So they're not cheap to make. You know, people may think so, but you know, they're not. They're not cheap at all. Now you can make a cheaper version of mine. Absolutely. But is it gonna be as good? No. So you got 5. Okay, there we go. All right, so we got enough lines there. So now what I'll do is I'm gonna end up using all this hose left over. So I got, what we got, 10. So I can probably make another 2 out of this. So that could be 12. I could do that, or just make some fuel line. That is 11 inches. I think. I have a 16. Well, okay, so I'm gonna explain why the facelift is cheaper, and I've proven it. It's because, okay, so for one, they've changed the ECU on them multiple times, and then also they've added you know, an extra sensor in the PCV fucking valve cover hose that goes to the intake pipe. Now that's not the reason why I say cheaper. That's just an EPA bullshit thing that they did, and they did that because they were more production based for those, you know, years. So they added that bullshit to monitor you know, more emissions. But anyways, so also another thing, here's a couple examples. Also, the facelift doesn't have baffling in the oil pan like the pre-facelift does. And then, so if you ever have to go to a balance shaft delete and you want to upgrade the baffling, you have to drill and tap the oil pan to be able to fit the same style upgraded baffling. And then another thing that I noticed last year was when I had that Dark Knight ST rebuild, that car, I noticed when we were buffing the roof was literally like caving in. Like the sheet metal on the roof was like so flimsy. And then when I went to go do my white car, like I could feel it. So for example, the black one, the facelift had like, it's just like paper, you know what I mean? It's like, it's so flimsy. Like kind of like fucking, I don't know, it's just very flimsy. And then the white one was just solid, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like the pre-facelift, or from mine anyways, had more structural like integrity intact with it. Like it was stronger, the roof was. So that's another example right there. You know, so say what you want, but I mean, the pre-facelifts were definitely less produced, especially the 13s. The 14s were worldwide as well. And then obviously 15 and up, they changed some more things for the cheaper side of everything. And I mean, that's why they remodeled it. You got to think, okay, if they're going to make more of them, how can they remodel it to make it look sporty, but also cheaper looking? You know what I'm saying? And that's what they did. I mean, they look, I like the looks of them, but for me, like the pre-facelift looks like what the MK2 RS or ST was. Like, it's just more refined. You know what I'm saying? Where the facelift, it does look aggressive, and you know I do like the look of it, but to me the hood is what ruins it for me. The hood itself looks like a Ford Fusion hood, and I just don't like that personally. So don't take offense by that, but it's just what I've noticed on them, you know. So that's just, I mean, if you look at a Ford Fusion hood from, you know, 2012 to 2018, how they have those two like cowl induction lines on the hood. I mean, it makes it look more sporty. It's like a raised hood. I mean, you know, I do like how they did the flat bottom steering wheel. That's pretty cool. The digital gauge, more modernized stuff in some aspects. But they also cheapened out on some other things, you know what I'm saying? So, because they had to, because it was a production, it's like worldwide production, they made a lot more of them. So they kind of had to do that, you know? They'd lose money if they made them like the same as like mine, you know? What the hell? That's the same. Okay. Alright. Then I'll do 8. I'm almost done this here. So what I'll do with this extra hose is I'll stockpile it in my storage bin and cover it so it doesn't get all dust on it. But yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll grab every set that's extra here and I'll put them where I store them. So, but let me see here. I could make. Let's see, what we got, 11 inches here. So we can do an 11-inch fuel line here. We could do a fuel line on this one. Out of this. So that's a fuel line. fuel line. Bad I don't but oh, you had to have your ECU replaced? That's crazy. That's insane. That's definitely unfortunate right there. Sorry you had to do that. That's crazy. 7. Boom. Um, 3.5, 3.5. Boom. All right. So, okay, that's extra. Thing in the trash. And then, so yeah, basically what we're gonna do is put these away. So, and I have extra, so I'm gonna fresh hose, rotate it. Over there, we don't have any old hose laying around. So, we'll rotate whatever we can here. So we'll rotate this. That's the older holes from last year's stuff. Okay. And then here's a 3-inch. So grab that. 3-incher. 3-incher pincher. And then so we'll grab these. Okay. Yeah. Then okay. What the hell is this? That's a 9-inch. Okay, and then that's a 4. Okay. So I can show you. So these are the check valves that I use. These are the check valves. They're rated for something like 60 psi. I check every single one. I test them, make sure they're good, so nobody can say that they're bad. And then, so I'll check that. We use a Tiker, stainless steel Tiker clamps for one of the ends. And then we also, it's serviceable as well. So say you have like a check valve go bad, you just contact me, let me know. I'll send one out to you, obviously. And but these right here, these are fuel clamps. So these make it easy to remove the check valve if you ever have to. And then obviously, so there's gonna be 4 of these on a line. So I would say there's another 2 on the that holds the purge valve itself. So it's just makes it serviceable if you have to, which I haven't seen one fail yet, so we're good. We've made, what was it, I think 2 or 3 revisions to fit like the radium catch can in the back, high pressure fuel pump, stuff like that, just to make it where it works with everything, every setup. It also works with the RS as well, so there is that. Yeah, so we got the check valves. And then here is the upgraded Purge valve itself. So these are imported. So these costs right here alone are $35. These are a genuine valve, so they're imported. Now they probably would cost half that much if they weren't imported. But yeah, I include the box with the shipping, or with the Purge valve itself, and it's all together. It's all assembled. It's not like you have to assemble it. It's literally a plug and play setup. So all you have to do is remove your old line, connect the quick connects on each end where the barb fittings are, and then you literally just snug on the filter the straight AN fitting, and then just snug it down using an adjustable to snug it. Just not too much. Don't go too tight because it could ruin the seal, and then obviously it'll leak and it'll cause an engine code or something. So that would be obviously on you at that point. So yeah, so those are good there. I gotta get some more of those made. And then I use, to me, I think it's probably one of the highest quality shrink tubing out there. It's this stuff right here is pretty good stuff. I get about 30 feet of it at a time. And so this is my first batch of it. So this right here is 3/4 inch. And yeah, it's chemical resistant, flame retardant, dual wall tubing, waterproof, weather resistant, durable, and flexible. I just use this to hide the Otiker clamp. So that way there, it just makes it look better that way. So, just for the ease of making it look more like OEM, essentially. So, yeah, this is basically what I do. This is just the preparation of the purge lines right here. Like, this is the prep. So, this is all preparation. So these are definitely high quality. I mean, it's no doubt, it takes me probably an hour just to prep them. To make the purge lines themselves, it probably takes me like 10 minutes to make each one. Once I get it actually going, it doesn't take long to actually make it. It takes longer to prep. So see here. Actually, I should just use my scissors. Where the fuck? Where's my scissors at? Here I am doing it with that knife, and I could just be using scissors. It's bad. It don't bother. Okay, that's the same thing. Let me see here. Oh, there we are. That should be pretty good, huh? So yeah, we're just cutting these to size and getting them ready. So that's a lot faster. This whole row right here might last me half the year, probably, or more. What we got? So that's 4 right here. That's one batch. That's another batch. Yeah, I mean, depends how much we get rid of this year. So yeah. But yeah, we're gonna do a 4-port Sidewinder kit, as you can see right there. So this is the gasket. This is the gasket for it. So triple layer gasket is gonna go on, just like so. I gotta get it all cleaned up, and I'm gonna replace the valves in it, upgrade the springs, put Piper springs in it, and then yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna just upgrade that and see how it goes with that cylinder head. Because honestly, I mean, it's definitely gonna be the most reliable setup, is doing it where you have no coolant jackets in the cylinder head itself. Like, I mean, the best upgrade really for ease and compatibility is going to be the RS cylinder head. But in my eyes, the 4-port cylinder head here is actually even better, and it's actually even more compatible in a way, because you do have to actually gather less parts to make it work. And what I mean by that is you don't have to get a extra fuel line that's from the RS, which is going to be harder to find. And then like the high pressure fuel pump housing and the roller follower, and then it uses the ST head gasket. Same on this. This is more of a bolt-on. This is more of a bolt-on. So all you have to really change or get is have a manifold made to work with your turbo kit. That's literally it. So yeah, I mean, other than that, that's like the hardest thing of it, is just getting that to be made. So what I did is I found Cork Sport. I think Cork Sport Performance. They're like a Mazda Speed 3, 6 kind of a performance oriented company, and they make other parts for other vehicles as well. I believe like the Corolla GR and all those. But yeah, so they make a very nice stainless steel cast exhaust manifold for the Mazda Speed 3, and that actually will fit on that cylinder head. And what's nice is the design of their exhaust manifold is just, it's the best I've seen out there. For one, it's cast, so it won't have any problems cracking or breaking. 2, it's equal length runners. There's no exhaust scavenging problems. There's literally, like, it's just very, very, very nice. Wait until you guys see this setup. I'm telling you, there's nothing like it on the internet. There's really probably nothing like it anywhere in the world. Far as this is going to be the setup wise, because I'm doing a 2.4 stroker. I'm doing the 4-port cylinder head, Sidewinder, and then I'm going to have it where I custom make the downpipe to connect to my exhaust I have now, and then I'm running a precision turbo. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be a pretty insane setup. I'm not planning to make any world record numbers horsepower wise. That's not my goal. My goal is to honestly just make different setups work and then share the setups with you guys so you're able to decide what setup is best for you depending on goals and, you know, funds. So that's the main reason why I do this now. It just makes it a lot more fun for me to do this and then share it with you guys. So I like doing it. It's just my hobby, you know. I don't do it. That's the thing with me is I stick to my roots. I'll do it for the Focus ST. I won't be like these other YouTubers where, okay, they get sick of this platform, they move on to the next one that's more popular. Oh, we'll move on to the Type R, and then we'll move on to the GR Corolla, and then we'll move on to this and move on to that. It's like, really, they're not dedicated to one platform because obviously they're trying to get more views and, you know, but that costs more money. You know, I mean, it costs more money to buy cars. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm just trying to grow the platform that I love so much. And that's just how it is. So, but all the power to the people that do the other stuff. So I'll just never change my opinion on the Focus ST. So 6, 8. And the Focus ST, I mean, it has, you know, it has its quirks. You know, there's a lot of things that, you know, Ford could have done to make them better, you know. And, you know, one being that the cylinder head problem, cylinder head cracking. You know, obviously when the RS came out, they designed the RS cylinder head based off the issues of what the ST was having, and that's why they improved the cooling system in the block and in the cylinder head itself with a return line that comes off the cylinder head. That's why they did that. And yeah, Ford might not actually, you know, admit to that, but I can promise you, common sense says that's why they did that. So it's just, you know, it's common sense. So they didn't want to have the same problem because otherwise they'd be having a recall, like a major recall on cylinder heads, and that would not be good. But in my opinion, the Focus ST should have came with the RS style cylinder head to begin with, and then it should have came with like a KO4 hybrid turbo, so something that's based off the KO4 platform, and then it was capable, you know, it could be basically capable of making mid 300s at the wheel, no problem. It should have had a little bit stronger pistons right off the get-go instead of weak cast pistons. You know, maybe a little bit beefier rods. Now they have these Gen 2 EcoBoost rods, which are better. They're not as good as like a Manly H-beam or something like that, but you know, something like that obviously Ford has improved upon on other cars. So, but yeah, yeah, and the Focus RS should have came with, my opinion, a GT28 Garrett instead of a GT25, and then it should have came with a 4-port cylinder head instead of the RS cylinder head. So, but yeah, that should be good there. All right, let's see here. Is there something I can put this in? I don't know. But yeah, we're the only thing we're waiting for right now is some more purge valves. So we have everything else. We're all set. And yeah. So we're good there. But yeah, we're gonna bring this back around here. And there's the WhiteBlurr. So you can see that there. And let me see here. Let me see here. All right. That looks like it's all right. So yeah, there's that. Fuel line. I can make a couple fuel lines as well. But yeah, let's chat for a bit and see what's going on. Hey, solar panel, how you doing, buddy? Is it possible to bypass the map sensor on a Focus NA for turbo? Yeah, you could. All you have to do is get like HP tuners. I think HP tuners you can use for that car. And then basically you're talking about the intake, like so where the filter air box is. Yeah, you could definitely delete that. Absolutely. I don't see why you couldn't. So you're probably trying to do it with like a filter or a screen probably on the turbo is my guess. Yeah, the Recaros are definitely expensive for sure. I want to show you guys the Sidewinder. So this is where this manifold here. I want to show you guys this. I want to show you the manifold I'm talking about. Because you guys probably didn't see it. Yeah, so here it is here. So here is the manifold I want to get. I'll show you guys. So here's what I'm planning to do right here. I already purchased it. It's going to be shipping out next week or tomorrow. But yeah, here is the manifold. So what I'm getting is, I'm not getting the dump tube. I'm getting this right here. And then I'm getting the precision adapter. So it'd be this one right here. So this is for the precision turbo. And then the wastegate. And then they come with a shield for like a heat shield for the firewall, like for your fuel lines and all that bullshit. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to make this work. I'm going to try to figure out something with that. But what's nice about this setup is it's cast stainless. But see how it angles in this direction? So see this right here? So that's going to hook on. It's going to angle in that direction. And then what I'm going to end up doing is putting a Schedule 40 2-inch. It's going to be a V-band. So V-band to V-band connection. But it's going to be a 45-degree angle. So because this, if I left it like this and go straight off it, it's going to end up going into the firewall in the direction toward the fucking brake fluid reservoir. So I'm going to put a 45 V-band connection on there, angle it back inward toward the cylinder head some, and then it's going to bring it around, then do a 90-degree short radius, probably a short radius, 90-degree, and then another straight, probably 5 inches of straight section to another 90-degree short radius V-band to the turbo. Something like that. And then the hardest part is obviously getting the downpipe connection to run where it needs to be. That's going to be the biggest, thing there. But at least I don't have to worry about having a custom manifold made. This is going to be top tier right here. So if you see it, where is it here? Hold on a second, I put you guys down. So here's the look at that. So if you wanted to do a BNR kit, you could on this. But this is essentially what it's going to look like, kind of. That's on a speed 3, so, but that's what the manifold's going to look like when it's all like broken in and colored up. The turbo, my turbo is going to be more, my turbo is going to be more over here. So it's going to be like right over here. It's not going to have this bullshit piping right here. Yeah. So it's going to be a pretty nice setup. Should be very similar in clearance in terms of, cylinder head to, so from cylinder head to right here, it's going to be the same clearance. Because you got to remember, this is a normal cylinder head right here. So you don't have that extra 3-4 inches sticking out from the internal exhaust manifold from the coolant jackets. So, and then, yeah, here's basically, like all the shit right here. So like, so there's a video out there of that guy that's got the other manifold. It's the XS Power V3. This manifold here has up to 40 wheel horsepower gain over that other manifold, which is pretty fucking insane. Faster spooling. Yeah, it's just CAD designed. So it's got better flow. It's basically, if you compare it for ST terms, it's like the CPE CAD cast manifold for the CPE Focus ST manifold versus like, the other manifolds that are out there. This right here. So high flow, flow benched. 28 inches of H2O showed an average CFM flow improvement of 45% over OEM and 33% over the XS Power V3. So that's pretty insane right there. Very nice, high quality bullet collector. It should say billet, I think, not bullet. I guess it is bullet. Well, whatever. It's not billet because it would be aluminum. Or billet stainless probably. Paired with a, yeah, I like this. So you have an option for the stock T3, PT V-band, or even tile V-band, which is interesting. You can even do tile as well. Designed for 44 millimeter V-band external wastegates. So, hell yeah. It's half-inch thick flange, which is great. 5 millimeter thick runner walls. It's beefy. Yep. High heat, reliable, of course. So, good shit. This is gonna be it's gonna be great. I can't wait, man. I'm excited just to see it run and see how it sounds. I don't think it's gonna sound like ass compared to like, you know, the other 4-port setup that's out there. I think this is a data run compared to, yeah, so they did the excess power manifold, which is pink and blue, and then they did this manifold here. It's green and red. I mean, now I wonder, is that like revised tuning, or is it just like bolt on and boom, they gained that much horsepower? That's the part I'm wondering about. That'd be pretty crazy. This manifold supported 685 wheel horsepower with ease. Don't forget specific them to, yeah, okay. So yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be pretty insane seeing an exhaust manifold on an ST. That intake manifold, man, woo, that's ugly. Woo, that is ridiculously ugly. Oh my god. I'm sorry, but that green on there, oh, especially with the red. I mean, what the fuck is he aiming for? The Grinch look? Christmas gone wild right there. I do like the wire tuck he did there. That's pretty nice. But damn, I would have definitely done something different there. See, for me, I would have done a wrinkled black charge pipe. I would have done I would have done the blue tile. I would have done a black cap, blue, valve cover, and then do a black manifold, intake manifold, black fittings on there. I don't like chrome too much. It's too flashy for me. So, is your ST 4-wheel drive? Absolutely not. No, the ST MK3 ST doesn't come 4-wheel drive. The RS is all-wheel drive. But no, it's front-wheel drive. Oh shit. All right, let me see here. Plug my phone in. Boom, boom, boom. See here, boom. That's it. Okay. So yeah, let's do. Let's just put this. There we go. There's I'm gonna leave it right there for a highlighted picture. And then probably darken it. It is calibrated dark. Okay. How's everybody doing on this Sunday though? Just chilling out or what? I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go help her bring in the groceries. If you guys want to comment down below, make sure to like the stream. I'll be right back. I'm gonna drop an ad, but I'll be right back, guys. All right. Now we're back. Just had to help her bring the groceries in. I'd rather she didn't have to worry about doing it by herself. Let's see here. Yeah, it's kind of a slow day with the being Sunday, kind of being unexpected to be on. But I figured I'd come on and see how everybody is in the UK and all over the US, and kind of get a broader spectrum of audience in today. But yeah, so we have some Purge lines if anybody's interested for the 2026 January Purge line group buy is available. So email me at whiteblurrst@gmail.com, and then also use my code at use my code at cvfab.com if you're interested in upgrading your intercooler to the best intercooler available, or even the best downpipe available, in charge pipes as well. There's charge pipes that they have, and not just for the Focus ST, but like for the F-150s. Highly recommend intercooler upgrades for those as well, or even the Ranger, whatever EcoBoost you have. If you have a daily other than the ST, highly recommend cvfab.com. Use my code BB5 at checkout. So it's going to be in the checkout section, and then it's going to be like under the code area. It's a little difficult to find, but you'll find it, and it'll save you some money. And then it also helps me in terms of supporting me, since I'm affiliated with them. So I've been affiliated with them since 2021. And so yeah, I appreciate if you go there and shop through them as well. So those are the only people I'm associated with or affiliated with. Other than that, I just do my Purge lines and my fuel upgraded lines for the high pressure fuel pump feed line. And then, that just helps me support me a little bit more. And also just really, it's mainly just helping you guys out and saving money and providing the best mods possible, while also sharing my knowledge of 13 plus years of having this ST, and just, helping you guys modify your cars the best way possible and saving money overall. Even though, yeah, it does cost money to modify these cars, but if I can save you from, buying the wrong, preventing you from buying the wrong thing, then, and it'll save you money, because then you don't have to worry about selling it and losing money and all that stuff. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the goal there. And but yeah, so I appreciate all the channel members. We have like 12 channel members or something. I'll have to check. I appreciate all the channel members as always. You guys also support the channel. And yeah, so the goal here is to get everything ready to go by March and start really ramping things up in March. I said February, but I'm really thinking probably March now, especially for this 4-port manifold design. If I can't get the 4-port thing to work right off, well, I am gonna get it to work. Okay, there's no doubt about it. But the thing is I'm gonna have to get a downpipe design made up, but that's gonna be the hardest part. So I might have to hood dump it between the fucking, like, the cowl area. Like, I'm gonna dump it out there. So I might have to hood dump it to break the engine in and for tuning purposes in the meantime. And then once I get my downpipe, I'll figure it out. I'll fucking, like, I'm gonna make sure there's measurements and shit. Like, I'm gonna make sure, like, once I get this done, like, I want to be able to replicate it. Because honestly, I mean, it'd be pretty cool to honestly sell these kits, like a Sidewinder 4-port manifold, like, not the manifold itself. Like, you guys would obviously have to buy the same manifold that I bought, but in terms of like the actual Sidewinder extension, that would be something I'd probably be willing to sell. Now, how much would it be? I'd think for the parts, and I'm sure for the parts it's going to cost quite a bit. I would say $2,500 would probably be a fair price, for, you know, because I got to pay my welder, and I have a really good welder, and he's able to back purge and all that. Now, if we're able to make even regular Sidewinder kits, you know, that's fine too. But just for like the ST or RS cylinder head, no big deal. But yeah, so that'd be something I'll be willing to do as well, and you know, sell them at a pretty, you know, reasonable price, and that way there you guys can afford it. So, but that's something I'm willing to do. Now, the thing is like for you guys, that's the thing is like whatever turbo you go with, you're gonna have to figure out. Like obviously, you'd have to tell me the flange or whatever turbo you're going with. I'm gonna have to get the flange, and then all that stuff. But the thing is, like for the lines and all that stuff, maybe like I don't supply the lines, and you guys just supply the lines and make your own lines. Really, it's not hard to make lines themselves, like the fuel or the oil, coolant lines, and all that. Like that shit's not hard. So that way there, I can keep the costs down and deal with less bullshit on my end. I'd rather, because like for me, like I can make, you know, coolant lines no problem. Like if I can do it, then anyone can do it. That's just my opinion, because it doesn't take rocket science to make those. Literally just cut the length and then fucking you can literally use this kind of hose right here for your oil line and coolant lines. If you really wanted to, you could. This can handle it no problem. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like you can literally use this. You can use the nylon line. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. And then, or you can use that metal braided, stainless braided bullshit. You can do that too. I would rather just stay out of making those and have it being time consuming versus just making the Sidewinder itself, and then you guys deal, and then obviously the hot pipe. So I'd have the hot pipe with the silicone adapters, and then the Sidewinder extension, whatever, and then yeah, and then obviously your turbo. You'd obviously have your own, do your own turbo for, so whatever turbo you have, that's your own turbo. You're doing your own, and then the lines you can customize your own lines. I mean, that's the way it should be. So I could provide guidance for making your own lines. That's fine. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, you know, whatever fittings you need, but yeah, I don't know. It's just an idea. So, but I think we're gonna call it right there. Honestly, if you guys don't have any more questions, Ryan, if you're interested in a upgraded purge line, just contact me at whiteblurrst@gmail.com. And you know, I can have one sent to you tomorrow. I can have it made right now. And all I need is basically, so we use PayPal or Cash App or even Facebook Pay. And then it's $260. That's shipped. That's including shipping. And then we use USPS priority mail, so it's there to you fast as possible, without it being expensive. And then also international shipping is obviously more. Like Canada normally is like $50, $60 extra. And then, you know, going to like Mexico or overseas is generally like $80, you know, for shipping, $80. It's just the way that, you know, shipping is. So, but yeah, so let me see. Yeah, just contact me, and I'll need your, whoever buys one, I'll need basically, so once you pay me through PayPal, friends and family, because I don't want to get charged extra bullshit from PayPal or Cash App. I'll need your email or associated to those, or handle, whatever it is, for Cash App, and then your address info. And then once I get that, I'll send you a picture of the package showing you it's in one piece, verifying your address on the package. And then also I provide tracking immediately once I ship it out through the post office. So, and yeah, so dealing with me is probably the best you're going to have in terms of how fast it is, because I don't like to wait around. I don't fuck around. And that's just how I am. So, yeah, I like to get shit out as fast as possible, because I like to get my stuff as fast as possible in one piece too. But yeah, so appreciate it, guys. If you have any more questions, concerns, you know where to contact me. It's WhiteBlurrst on Facebook or whiteblurrst@gmail.com. Yeah, so we have some Purge lines available. And then, like I said, cvfab.com, use code BB5. And also, if you're interested in using AMSOIL oil and want to get a discount, I'm also a AMSOIL dealer. So I can provide and sign you up, and you can get a discount. It's $20 a year for a membership, and that pays for itself the first oil change, literally. So you save quite a bit of money. Now, I highly recommend 5W50 for anything that's big turbo or built engine. 10W40 XL series is another good oil that they have. The 1040 for built engines, or the 1040 for built engine. Dominator series is really good. The 5W30 Signature series is great. So yeah, can't go wrong with AMSOIL. I've used it ever since I've had the car, and the proof is in the pudding. So enough said. Appreciate you guys. Have a good weekend. And yeah, we'll see you probably Friday. We'll probably see you guys on Friday, possibly. So, and yeah, have a good weekend, guys, and hopefully we talk again pretty soon. So.